The Toy Time Machine Radio Show.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hello.
Hey, pal.
Hey, I don't think I haven't met you yet.
I'm Ryan, aka Nefarious.
Oh, right on. I'm Billy, aka the Ottawa Batman, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen you. I've seen you flying around, man. It's an awesome costume.
He was at Fanaticon. You probably saw Nefarious with the comics, all the graded. And...
Who's out there, man?
Mark, I can barely wholly fucking understand you.
It feels like the Brady Bunch here.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you guys finished stroking each other or what? Let's get to it, huh? All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Toy Time Machine Radio Show. It's nice to be back. It's our second episode, and we've got quite the cast of characters. I'd like to introduce my friend, my pillow buddy, Billy. Hello, Billy.
What's up? Hey,
What's up,
how's
buddy?
it going? Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, not bad, man. We were
Yeah.
missing somebody last week, and
Oh,
I'd like to say that we've got Donnie in the house. Donnie, how's it going, bud?
Hello.
Donnie's a big
World.
collector of hot toys, Mezco, comic books, and he's got a huge collection.
I'm on the
nuts.
toy radio.
We had a friend on last week. You know him, Rob Banks from the Red Cup Review Show. He was telling me that you're hanging out with folks that you don't even know who you're hanging out with. These guys created Pit. They started Image Comics. You're hanging out with some big heavy hitters. Is that why we haven't seen you on our show lately at the Toy Time Machine? What's going on, buddy?
You haven't done a toy time machine for like what, 8 months? I went somewhere else. You weren't doing shows.
That's true. That's true. Yeah,
That's true, man.
That's true. You were too busy.
You know, I got recruited. I
Like,
left
come on.
WWE to go to AEW. You know,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, Donnie, who are these guys that you're hanging out with?
creator of Pit.
Okay.
Also one of the best Hulk creators ever. Comic creator of Image of Hulk. Keon.
There you go.
I know. I messed up his
Okay,
name.
wait. Back this up because I don't think you told me this story. Like, when and where did this happen?
I was doing a show with Rob, and they invited Patrick. He's the last of the Seekers. He has his own Transformer line. He digged my vibe and brought me on their show with Shane Davis, Dale Keon.
Here's the problem I'm having, Donnie. You're my guy. If people are out recruiting you, I need to get a cut of this shit. I need a piece of that paper.
What
Okay?
are you, a handler?
You're in the big leagues. You're making the big money now, and you're still coming on
I'm
the
not
show.
making a friggin' dime.
I don't care if you're not making a red fucking cent. I need to get paid.
As everyone knows, when you're a Toy Time Machine for life. For
All right, Lance. I'll make sure you get paid before I do.
Donnie, you're my Hulk Hogan.
Wait, how much is 5%, 20% of zero? Well, there you go. You can get Donnie's cut there. Wait, I'll take 80% of nothing.
I just want some of those long-term royalties, you know?
No, you want those checks from like Japan for like.
Well,
20
when
cents.
Donnie hits it, man. When
I'll
he
give
hits
you
it.
100% of my zero investments.
Well, Donnie, he's just made it into the States, man.
There we go. No,
We're still
you
stuck in Ottawa.
We need to get over to Japan and get those like 2-cent checks every few months.
Anyway, let's introduce our buddy Mark. Hello, Batman Mark. What's up, buddy?
Chipmunk.
Nothing much, man. Glad to be back from my second appearance.
Oh my God, Chipmunk Mark is back on the scene.
Donnie, did you hang out with him? Did you have any input? You know, was there any talks of a project or something with those guys or what?
Yo, Alvin, I'm sorry. I can't understand you.
Big up-and-comer in the comic community. He's all over the internet, all over Instagram. He's doing big things. He's hitting up every single major show, from doing Fanaticon to Montreal Comic Con, Ottawa Comic Con, Fan Expo. That's the third biggest show in all of North America. What's next for this guy? I'd like to introduce Ryan from Nefarious Comics.
Hey, Lance, thanks so much for having me on, and thanks, everyone.
Oh, man, it's nice to have you here. Hello, Josh.
Hey guys,
Oh,
how's it going?
what's up, Josh? Wrestling Josh.
What's going down?
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know Josh, Josh runs a very successful all wrestling Facebook page called Wrestling Figures Montreal.
Yep.
He's not just known for that, but he's also an excellent customizer of collectible figures. So he takes those classic Hasbros and turns them into your favorite movie characters, cartoon characters. He's turned some really cool Hasbros into The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and some other cool characters. He's got a Thanos there. Oh, he's got a Ronald McDonald's. I'm looking at So who did you use to make the Ronald McDonald?
The Ronald McDonald was made using $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase's Hasbro, his first one, and Doink the Clown. So
Okay, that's dope. Okay, and what's the other one? You got a Thanos there too, right?
Yeah, I got Thanos. This got a little damage in storage, unfortunately, the arm. But
Let me take a guess.
Go ahead.
Wait, I got it.
You're probably
It's
gonna get it wrong.
Andre
but
the Giant.
no, if you're
No,
the first person to guess that, though.
What's the action on the figure?
So unfortunately, when customizing and breaking parts from the original Hasbros,
Okay. I'm gonna say.
You post action figures? You're a monster!
so this is actually a few. It's Warlords Hasbro body, Hacksaw Jim Duggan arms, and some clay, and the head is actually from a Mattel Viscera. So it's not even an original Hasbro. Here's Vecna from.
Oh, he's got a Vecna there, dude.
Oh
Billy,
no! Wait, what?
He did a fucking Vecna.
Oh, with the. Oh my god! Is
I
that
did it
on
in red. I'm sure you guys, if you watch, you guys watch the show, so you know why I would do it in red, right?
Fuck yeah!
Yep.
Fuck yeah!
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Okay, so you got okay. Who did you use for the Vecna?
For the Vecna,
Are those
I know
Piper?
next one out.
Ultimate Warrior's arms, Marty Jannetty's body, and the head was actually a 3D printed head from I bought it at one of your shows, Lance, at the Brockville show. It was not even a wrestling head at all. It was just a skeleton head, 3D printed.
Honestly, it looks awesome. Hey, where can people pick these up? Are you selling them, or are they is it just something that you're building for your own collection?
I'm just doing it for the fun of it for now, although I've sold a few on the side if people showed interest. I just recently started my Instagram page, which I just realized I made a typo when I wrote it as my name here.
You done fucked up.
Yeah. Instant Classic _Customs. And I was recently featured on the Major Wrestling Figure podcast in one of their vlogs.
What?
So that was
Wait, were you?
I'd say that.
Wait, I listened. Wait, where? How did they feature you?
On one of their YouTube vlogs.
Oh,
So-
really? Where were they?
It was Matt Cardona only from the group. I met him in Johnstown, New York. I went for a meet and greet, and I brought some of my customs to show him.
Oh,
and
nice.
He just recorded me and put it on the vlog. So I can send you the link later if you want to.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a regular.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
a
I'm
regular
pretty,
watcher.
pretty proud of that. It was good publicity for my page.
Yeah, those guys are great because they sell like ring used stuff on Whatnot.
Hey, just so you know, just like Donnie, you were here first. You make it big. I want a piece of the pie.
Donnie looks like he's so entertained right now.
Remember your friend.
You guys are mine.
You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Look what.
How are you, Donnie? Everything's all right?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm just about to roll a doobie.
That's it, buddy. I got my pen right here.
There we go.
I didn't want to be too discombobulated.
No, that's how you got to do the show, man.
Yeah. Did you guys go down to Fan Expo?
No, we were, but we canceled like a few weeks back.
Oh, that's too bad. It was a good time, man.
We went to Montreal Comic Con.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get down there.
Kevin Eastman did this for me. He sketched my favorite turtle, Donnie.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, Kevin Eastman's a really nice guy. I remember talking to him a few years ago, and he was really approachable, and his prices were reasonable as well.
Yeah, he was. Fuck, man. You know it's like, be careful when you meet your heroes or whatever.
I know 100% what you're talking about, buddy.
Yeah, he was sweet shit. He waited for every last person in the line.
Really?
Yeah, like because it said he was there from 4 to 6:30, and I remember we were looking at the line. It's like, yo, no way, we're done at 6:30. Like, there's too many people. We're not gonna make it. And then one of the guys went to the front of the right to Kevin's desk, and hey, you guys done at 6:30? And his wife or one of the spokesmen is like, no, we're staying till everybody is been seen.
Well, that's pretty serious, man.
Yeah, and it was $20 for an autograph, and he gave me the signature or the sketch. I could have paid a lot more, but he was pretty fair with it, and
that's pretty solid. Yeah. Like from Fan Expo, seeing it's crazy what some of the artists you had a who's who of the artists out there, and so what guys were doing for a bust to a full figure, it gets crazy. It gets very, very expensive.
Well, I heard Robert Englund was 120 some bucks.
Welcome to my world, bitch.
For what, just a photo?
For a signature.
Oh yeah. I can imagine on that. It's crazy, man. Very expensive.
But it's if I'm going to see a comic artist, I'd rather get them to do a quick sketch than pay for a signature.
Well, there's so many good artists down there, but once you start getting into commissions and shit like that, and you're $300-400.
No.
Toys, comics, games, and entertainment. The Toy Time Machine Radio Show.
We've got our friend Ryan in the house tonight.
What's up?
He started Nefarious Comics. This guy can cut a promo.
Nice.
You know what I think it is, Lance, is that since we just kind of came out of this apocalyptic state in our society known as COVID, I think what that made evidently clear is that it's so important to have a strong online presence, and with online presences comes content creating and whatnot. And I really didn't know what I was doing, and I still don't think I know what I'm doing, and it's a work in progress. But it kind of threw me into the deep end of the pool and caused me to learn a bunch of these different, how to take pictures properly, how to do some light video editing and whatnot. And it's fun to do. I enjoy learning stuff, and it's fun making these promos. And if anyone's to talk about quality of promos, Lance, you have to be you're definitely one person to emulate. You do such a good job of that yourself.
You've got a sensei, your own Splinter comic girl, who's sort of helped you with some of the process of building Nefarious.
Yeah. So my friend Danielle, she goes by Nerdy Girl. I was just with her in Toronto, actually, at Fan Expo. She's really helped me along here. She has a great presence online and great reach and stuff. And I've really kind of followed in her footsteps. We were just down in Toronto. She's very active on the Whatnot selling app. And so she had a bunch of stage time down there. She got me a show down there. So I was fortunate enough to be selling live from the Whatnot booth down in Toronto. And yeah, she's definitely one of the trailblazers, and definitely someone that I've been learning quite a bit from this past year, and she's really helped me take things to the next level. My hat's off to her. I can't sing her praises enough.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about Whatnot actually through the wrestling podcasts, like the wrestling figure podcast. It's like eBay meets Instagram, and you can sell a bunch of shit on there, and
Yeah, it's really fun. It's a live selling platform. So you go on, create your own kind of profiles, and you schedule live streams, and you build up followings and create shows. And it's really fun. For any items from Funko Pops, comic books, action figures, cards.
Lance, get on it. We got to get on.
Man. You know what? This is coming straight from China. This whole platform, this idea. They have how they have the Bangladesh click farms. Well, in China they've got these. It's like that's influence farms, It's a whole warehouse of hundreds of influencers selling pots and pans, lipstick, toys, and that's what they're hired to do. It's amazing because they're making stars at the same time, right?
But it goes
like
back
social
to
media
the marketing that Whatnot employs as well. Like I was fortunate enough to spend some time with all the guys that run Whatnot Publishing and Whatnot Comics, and they went directly to influencer marketing, which is just genius because no one else in the space is doing it. Like recently, eBay's announced that they're going to get into the live selling avenues as well, but it's hard for them to catch up. Well, they're riding coattails. They're playing by someone else's rules because Whatnot's trailblazing.
I kind of missed the boat, kind of, like eBay's kind of old school, right?
So right now, recently, eBay's tried to kind of adapt to the market with their eBay vault for cards. So you can buy something, have it shipped to the eBay vault, and then have it relisted. So you don't really have to move it unless you want to. They're doing that. They're doing guaranteed authentication for sneakers. They're really trying to take away market share from other selling platforms, such as like StockX does very well with the sneakers. A few places like Whatnot's doing well with the cards. Golden is another auction house that's offering vaulting service for cards. So eBay commands such a large market share for online selling. It's only logical they try to move into these spaces. But I think live selling, this is basically the first year of the rise of Whatnot, and live selling be coming to the forefront of how you really can sell things, and anyone can really do it. And I know people firsthand that they've quit their day jobs because of how successful they are on Whatnot. But it shows how important your digital presence is in online marketing. Because for myself, some of my things are a little bit of a higher price point, and the same said in other niche spaces, being that a high price point is a little niche, you have to cast a wider net, and the only way to do that is to go online, make yourself as visible as possible with user-friendly tactics such as good quality images, flashy graphics, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, Lance is all about the flashy graphics for sure.
He definitely is.
When you were down in Fan Expo, I didn't really know much about the WhatsApp. Whatnot. And when I was watching, I thought it was really cool the way they were cutting the videos. The guy was opening up Pokemon cards, like a whole box. So when you sell something on eBay, you catalog the item, you figure out your price, you take pictures, you put a description, you figure out the shipping, or do it after, and then you launch it. Either you're going to sit back and wait for somebody to buy it, or you're going to put it on auction for, 5, 7, 10 days, maybe a month. Walk me through how you sell on Whatnot.
For sure. So you have to apply to become a vendor. They ask you to upload your socials and whatnot, just so they can get a feel that you're an established seller, just so to kind of vet you. You know what I mean? They want good sellers, so the users will have positive experiences. So after that, you have to go through like an onboarding, kind of walk you through the process of the app. Once you're approved as a seller, you can schedule a live stream anytime. They don't conflict with anyone else because their interface allows for as many different people to be streaming at the same time. You kind of pick your category you want to sell in. So, for instance, I sell comic books. I'll schedule a stream. Let's say I want to schedule one right now. I'll schedule it for tomorrow at noon. It'll be Ryan Nefarious. I'm selling Silver Age comic books, all $1 start bids. And I'll post it up. I'll put a kind of promo. You can film a promo similar to like the Instagram interface. Upload it. You upload your books pretty easily. Very user friendly. Upload it with a picture if you want. People can put pre-bids on it. When you start up, it's almost like doing an IG live. You just say, okay, you log in, start stream. You'll see people, anyone that's followed you will get a notification you're going live, or people that have bookmarked your stream. You go on for as long as you like. You can go on for 4 hours, 1 hour, 20 minutes. You run your items. Shipping's run through the app. People pay the app. The app pays you once it gets shipped and delivered. You generally have 2 days to ship. It's very, very easy. And, people can be quite successful at it.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. I'm going to try it. I'm going to test it out.
Yeah. Use my referral code, and it gives, as soon as you sell your first item, I get $200, but what I'll do is I'll split it with you.
That sounds good. Well, why don't you just give the referral code and we'll post it on the live here?
I should use that. I should use that to sell some of the stuff I have, even too.
I encourage everyone to use it for guys because, for instance, especially like when you go to the conventions, you can always get conventions. I would always get to the convention, get on the floor as early as I can. Get premium passes, get in line for the exclusive shops because buy what you can. Try to sell some to pay for your trip, and I paid for my trip and then some. Selling some of the exclusives on Whatnot, it was wonderful.
And you could do it. You could do it from like a hotel room, even.
You can do it from anywhere. You can do it from, provided you have a Wi-Fi connection. You just go on.
Like it.
But like everything else, you gotta put the work into it. You know what I mean? And so once it's kind of like once you have to get to about 1,000 followers because otherwise you can really lose on some items. You have to be able to invest the time, be prepared to kind of break even at best, maybe take a loss on your first, push, getting it going. You have to maintain consistency. But once you get to about 1,000, then it kind of becomes profitable. You have built yourself up a following. It's like everything else.
What's new in the wrestling world, Josh? You heard Triple H is hiring everybody back.
Oh yeah, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. People are more on the AEW side. As I got the shirt on, but now it seems the roles. Yeah, the roles are reversed.
Josh is wearing a tie-dye AEW shirt. He's taking it off right now.
Yeah, he's gonna take it off just for you guys. Now with Triple H taking control, it seems to be there's more excitement on the WWE product for a change, and it needed to happen. Unfortunately, it's too bad the way it did with Vince McMahon. But Triple H has more of a younger view on the product and doesn't judge people just because they're smaller wrestlers, smaller characters. He sees the potential in guys like Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. And, these are guys who would have no chance with Vince McMahon in charge because Vince, as great of a promoter, the greatest of all time, just only sees the giants and he
was always like the body guy. It was always like the airport test, they called it, right? It was like
exactly.
If you could turn heads in an airport, then Vince liked it.
Exactly right, the airport test, yeah.
So if you were like 6'5", 6'6", like 300 pounds, but like Austin, listen, pal, they gotta be ripped. They gotta be strong. More oil. You gotta put more oil on it, pal.
Want some ruthless aggression.
Ruthless aggression. But now, no, it seems like Triple H and DX are taking over everything in backstage because, like, you got Shawn Michaels, you got Road Dogg back, they're taking over.
I think AEW really helped become the real competition for WWE. It made WWE have to step it up, and now it's ironic because now even though AEW is the baby company, they have to step it up because they know now WWE, even though people were trashing them for so long. Now people are more excited for WWE for the first time in a long time. So AEW is not the only refreshing product in town as Triple H is making WWE refreshing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a foot in the right direction.
Yeah.
On Monday they had record numbers. It was 2.1 million. It's the first time in about a year.
Yeah, because their numbers were lower than ever before. And I mean, even WrestleMania ticket sales were beating. The Survivor Series sold out, and in the last few years, Survivor Series has really flopped. So now things are picking up a little bit, and it will never be what it was in the 80s and 90s. But
no. Well,
like, hey, when we went to SmackDown, that was awesome.
We went to SmackDown just 3 weeks ago?
Yeah,
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, about that.
Went to SmackDown. That was one heck of a show. Good times.
A lot of construction here, eh?
Lots of fan service. Yeah, you're in Montreal, right? So you were there.
Actually, no, I didn't go. I couldn't make it that night, and I'm still. And also, I didn't push myself to go. I'm waiting for it to really get better to make me want to go again.
Yeah. Well, we're working on. We've started the funds for the pot for WrestleMania, or we want to try to get together. Get a big trip, not for next year, but for 2024. I think they're having it in Philly.
Yep.
I have a bank account open. Billy is the first one to send the cash, so we're going to be doing weekly deposits. Yeah, and it's small. It's $25 every week. And in a year and a half, we're going to go to fucking WrestleMania in Philly.
Yeah, man. Do it up.
You want in on that, Josh? You got to send me $25 every week and trust me.
All right, let's do it, man. Let's do
Fuck.
it.
Holy shit.
PayPal. Slide
Yeah,
into your
man.
DMs.
Hey, Donnie left when he heard $25 a week. He's not there anymore, huh?
Run.
Wait a minute. No, like you just not just for WrestleMania, but for like any big trips and stuff too. Like, you know, we were talking about like going out to Comic-Con California or whatever, like you know.
The Real Dolls Factory.
Hmm?
Yeah, these Comic Cons they're such a blast. You know, I mostly just collect wrestling figures, but I have a great time just browsing and seeing independent artists work, and who knows, you can find good stuff too from other things you like. You know, and it's really
I mean, you guys got Ottawa one coming up, and then Winnipeg. I'm going to the Winnipeg one here at the end of October, and because I'm more into the horror and stuff like that. So Bruce Campbell's going to be one of the guests.
Hail to the king, baby.
So that'd be pretty cool, you know. And I think WWE is coming at the end of September. Actually, they're doing a SmackDown here in Winnipeg, so I might just go to that by myself. Yeah.
No, kidding.
Hey man, I'm there and you're not. And that's all
Hey, Lance, are you set up over at the Ottawa Con, buddy?
I am not, but I've got a buddy staying over. He's vendoring.
Who's your buddy?
Kurt Lehner.
Oh, yeah. Nice guy.
Nice guy. Super nice guy. So he's staying here during Comic-Con.
You'll be passing
I
by.
heard the guy. He's done a few things. Yeah, he's an up and comer, right? He's done a few things.
Yeah. Up and comer. Yeah.
That's your in. That's your in.
So yeah, I think he's going to get me a pass and everything. So it's all good.
Yeah.
You have to stop by and say, hey.
But you're set up, obviously, right?
I'll be there. Yeah.
Obviously.
Let's just try and score those free Disneyland passes.
Lance, you greedy, man.
They call him, man. Lance is like
Mark,
the doctor.
I want some of your Batman collection.
Lance is the Dr. Evil of the
Fortress, you can have it.
Well, shows have been pretty good post COVID. You know, like attendance wise. Lance, your show was great. There's a lot of people through the doors. Fan Expo. I think they said there was 140,000 people.
40,000 people at Fan Expo, huh?
140 is what I heard. Yeah,
140.
It's crazy.
They're pulling New York numbers now.
Wow, it's just so big. You know,
isn't it the biggest one in Canada?
Definitely biggest in Canada. Yeah, by far.
Fan Expo is the Comic-Con of Canada.
Yeah.
It's the biggest in Canada. It's third in North America, but with 140, they're pushing to take over the New York Comic-Con numbers.
Well, it was busy. Listen, I'll tell you.
They said Montreal Comic-Con is like New York Comic-Con.
Okay, yeah, because it was pretty, like the pictures that I saw, it was pretty nuts. Like, I mean, like the crowds are like insane. It's almost like I like it, but it's like it can be a little bit too crazy if you're trying to like push through a bunch of fucking people and crowds and shit. You know, and you're not gonna be able to get what you want. Like I actually like the smaller shows because it seems like it's more intimate. You can get what you want. You can sit and talk to people, and they're not like crazy busy. Like they can actually talk to you.
Well, I'll tell you, there's an advantage in getting like the passes that allow you like the extra hours. Premium passes for Fan Expo or VIPs they're very expensive. The premium ones. Premium passes at Fan Expo are only like $30 more expensive than like the 4-day pass. You get a preferential lounge and all that, which actually comes in handy. But you go in, you just pick your hours you're in there. You get in, you go as soon as you can the first day, and you can move around for the good first part of the day and talk to people. By the time like Friday afternoon, Friday evening, you know, Saturday day, even Sunday, it's hard to talk to people or even move around. There's just so many people.
Oh, it's insane. You got to fight through everyone. And then if you go cosplaying, it's like you get lost in a sea of people anyway.
Yeah, that's it, man. Like during all day Saturday, I was just parked over on the Whatnot booth, just chilling out over there with my friends. And because if you go to move around, you're Yeah, it takes forever, and good luck. Bring food too, because if you're waiting in those pizza lines, paying $35.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
god, brutal.
Yeah, it's
I've done Fan Expo a few times setting up. I don't remember 140,000 people.
Yeah,
But that's spread over. That's got to be spread over. I think that's
it's
spread over 4 days.
definitely spread over. Definitely spread over. You got 4 days, you know.
Yeah, plus they're renting like an entire like friggin' like aircraft hangar.
It's big. You got 2 at the north and the south building. I didn't even make it. Well, I made it to the north building for about 5 minutes. That's where like your autographs. You'd like that
Autographs
and
and
a lot of horror stuff over there.
And that's where I met Stan Lee.
Excelsior.
Yeah, me too. It was a great time. Very memorable.
yeah.
You know what was fun, guys, is they offer these packages where you buy a ticket and you get to go there. I went to one. It was like a private breakfast with them. There's like 50 other people there. And you got to talk to them, ask them some questions, and you get an autographed picture. Well worth it. I got my arm signed, and then I got it tattooed over.
You did that one. Wait. Does Josh have any wrestling autograph tattoos tattooed on him?
I don't have any tattoos, actually. No, I don't. I have a lot of signed figures and some really unique, very rare wrestling figures, but no tattoos. No.
Any ex-girlfriend tattoos? Anything like that?
Unless I forgot. No.
Oh man. But
did you? Hey, Josh. How old are you, Josh?
34.
And you grew up in Montreal?
Yeah, I've always lived here.
Was YTV a thing for Montreal kids?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I used to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark, Student Bodies.
Yeah.
Student Bodies. Oh man, I remember that shit.
Goosebumps and like
Goosebumps. All that
I was
shit.
more of a Nickelodeon guy, but I did like YTV. Power Rangers, of course, was on YTV, so that was.
So you know who PJ Phil is?
Yeah,
right?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, so he's on the show tonight.
and
I don't know if you know this, but the guy's wrestling now. He's a tag team champion in a Toronto promotion. Did you know that?
No, that I didn't know.
Well, now you know. The more you know.
At 50 years old, he decided to like start learning how to wrestle. I think he went to like he just had a super kicked event in Toronto. Yeah, it's all Toronto based. So like he started training, taking bumps, and he teamed up with I forget his name, but he teamed up with the guy and they won the belt. These the tag belts.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up.
We're gonna talk to Phil. We're gonna get the whole story on what took him from doing YTV, how he got there, being interviewed by celebrities like Mike Bullard, and
sorry, I had to chuckle.
What?
I use that word. I use that term very loosely with Canadian celebrities.
Which one?
Mike, like celebrities such as Mike Bullard. I mean, I would take Ed the Sock over Mike Bullard. No offense to Mike Bullard, he's a nice guy, I'm sure.
Oh man. Doing Hanes commercials, and of course he's now wrestling. It's crazy, man. He's a musician.
Yeah,
collector. He's multifaceted. Very cool. And honestly, Billy, were you here when he came down the first year? Did we all have dinner together?
Yeah, I was there. We were all at dinner there.
You were there. Okay, yeah. We had dinner. He's such a nice guy. So.
I smoked a joint with him in the parking lot.
With who? Wait, with who?
PJ Phil.
Smoke weed every day.
Really? When?
When he was at Fanaticon.
Oh. Weird. Okay, that's cool.
Was it legal at the time?
Incriminating evidence.
That was like 4 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 6 years ago.
You've smoked with a bunch of people. Like you were hanging out with Mr. Leahy from the Trailer Park Boys, and like
I gave a joint to Kevin Eastman.
Right? Yeah.
Nice move. Yeah. Donnie gets away with so much shit. I don't know why.
No, because he gives joints to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Who's going to say no to a joint? Honestly,
My superhero
I don't
name
know.
would
A
be
high school
Joint Boy.
principal? I don't know.
yeah. Well, they're doing it the most.
If I was a superhero, I'm Joint Boy.
Joint boy.
Since you guys are on the topic of joints, tell you a funny quick
Up
story.
and away, bro.
I've never done weed or anything like that in my entire life. Straight edge.
You never did weed?
Nope, never.
Join the club.
You never injected it?
Never.
You
So
don't
much so that I don't know the terms and anything. So one time I'm at a bar doing karaoke with some friends, and somebody asked if I had a 5-piece, and I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, "Do you have a 5-piece?"
That's when you snort a line of weed.
I had no idea. I thought he was asking me for chicken nuggets.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I got chicken breast. I got 2 rolls. I got some coleslaw.
Yeah, I got a 5-piece. What kind of sauce you want?
Yeah, what kind of salad did you get with it? Wait,
man.
I was okay. So I'm today years old, but that I actually never heard that term before either.
There you go. So I'm not the only one. Yeah.
I want to hear about them pickups. Anybody pick up cool shit this week? Ryan, where are you going? Are you done with us? Ryan just got off the seat and you're back.
We're
Okay.
talking about pickups. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Can you guys see it?
Video and Arcade Top 10 shirt. Right on, man. That's from Retro Ontario.
Yeah, that's Retro Kid. A really cool
Retro
brand.
Kid, yeah.
Cool, man.
They had a booth down at Fan Expo.
Wait, is that an OG? Or is that a
Here's my problem, okay? When I buy clothes online, I never know if I'm a large or an XL because everyone makes a different size t-shirt.
No, it's a new site, Donnie.
So I got down there. I was like, okay. I was talking to the guys that run it. I follow them online. Being a big fan. They had these in stock. Video and Arcade Top 10 t-shirts. How
Love
can you
it.
not? You know,
Dude, I want to rock the body break like full gear. Oh yeah, I want to
Al
rock.
Johnson and Joanne McLeod.
Body Break with Hal Johnson and Joanne McLeod.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna grow the mustache. I'm gonna grow the mustache out. I mean, I'm a phys ed teacher, so it makes sense.
Video and Arcade Top 10. In Canada, in the early 90s, this was the definitive catalog TV show for video gaming. So if you didn't have the cash for cheap books, you'd be tuning in to Video and Arcade Top 10 for the best know-how on play. It's the best. I remember the guy who used to do that show. What was his name?
Nicholas Pickles.
Nicholas, yeah. You want to talk about promos? This guy was the best.
Now,
Anyway, I love that. And I love the bright shirt. I love that neon pink with the blue. It's awesome.
I gotta get over to that site and order a couple of shirts from them.
Oh, there's that skull, that green skull on a shirt. I saw that one on the website. I want to get the YTV TV.
It's retro kid, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Retro Kid on Instagram, and they'll link you to all their socials.
I don't like to brag, but a lot of these people on the outside of Canada, even Ontario, aren't going to know what YTV meant to us kids. Ryan, he mentioned YTV's the reason why we were able to watch cool kids cartoons at 6 o'clock and we didn't have to watch Jeopardy.
Or Barney.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was like cool kid shows.
I have a confession. I for some reason when I was at my grandma's, and I used to watch like Barney like in the afternoons. I don't know why, but there was something about that purple dinosaur. It was I don't know why, and I was like 12.
God bless
It's
your
okay.
soul.
I used to fuck couch cushions. So
Wait, what are you? What are you, a Shih Tzu? You went from 0 to 10 really fast. So that really got out of hand fast.
That escalated quickly.
You're the original pitch man, so I don't know if I should be pitching you in or you pitch yourself in, but let me try this. Let's see if I can do this, okay?
Do it 90s.
This man, okay, I'm gonna do this, okay? This is surreal. Okay. This man doesn't need an introduction to 30 and 40 somethings in Canada, 80s, 90s, YTV Kids TV show pitchman, actor, musician, and currently tag team champion for a Toronto wrestling promotion. My childhood icon, PJ Fresh Phil, the phenomenal one.
Oh, man. I think you just scratched the surface.
Let me do that again.
No.
The master of disaster, the king of sting.
So how are you guys? It's been a while. I was in Ottawa.
Yeah, it's been a long while now.
Yeah,
we didn't get to talk too much about after the show, but did you get to pick up anything at Fanaticon?
Did I buy records? I can't remember. That was my thing at the time. I always go through things. I'll be going through things. Records now, I basically ran out of room. I can't even tell you the record I bought, but I was going ham on that for a long time. Records, but thrifting them, right? Mostly, like not going to the record shop, like Value Village, and because to me it was more of a combination collecting and a treasure hunt.
Did you find any big scores? Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. I found Neil Young's first record, and it was like a version that he had recalled because he wanted to re-record it.
No way.
You know? So like early pressing, like stuff like that. Tons of stuff. When I first started, you would go to Value Village and you would walk out with like a pile like this.
Yeah.
It would all be like Van Halen and Rat and ZZ Top and Peter Gabriel. It would be good stuff. Now forget it. It's
because everybody's doing it now.
But you sold lots of records. Like, wow, Neil Sedaka sold a lot of records.
Terry Como.
Look at this chair and Lois and Bram.
Hey, don't knock Lois and Bram, damn it.
Yeah, Lois and Bram, that would come out like
You
Engelbert
keep their good-hearted names out of your mouth, Lawrence.
Anyway, so that's what I was going through at the time. I know you were mentioning like doing collectibles, but talking about collectibles, I would go through stages of collecting all the time of different things.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that, like, you know, you decided to just jump into the wrestling game. So how'd that all come about? How'd you get started with that?
Kind of a long story. So last December, or it's a short story actually, I don't know. Last December, my fiance and we got invited to Road to WrestleMania, which was like a house show. Right before WrestleMania. And at the time, I didn't even know what a house show meant. But I mean, I grew up a bit. Everybody grows up a bit with wrestling, especially if you're from Canada or if you're, especially if you're in rural places, because you would just pick up whatever on the antenna. But there'd always be wrestling, right? So, at least back in way when. So you know, I knew Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Blackjack Mulligan and guys like that. Okay. But never really got super into it. So we go in December. We didn't know what was going on. But we had like a great time. And wrestling to me was like, oh my God, this is perfect. There's like story and costumes and music and athletics and you know what I mean? And my fiance and I got really into it. And we right away picked up the WWE channel. Okay,
the network,
We could watch WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
And we did. And by April, we bought tickets to Raw. And we drove to Buffalo. We totally got into it, and I don't know. I just got deeper. Then we were watching documentaries, Dark Side of the Ring, and there's
I love that series
on wrestling, and there's so much to learn about it. And the more I got into it, people look at wrestling like, hey, wrestling, you know what I mean?
Down a rabbit hole for sure.
Hey, grown up guys in their underwear fighting, you know.
So. But after doing it, after learning how to do it, it's like, wow, this is like really advanced theater mixed in with storytelling, mixed in with really dangerous athletics.
And like, especially if the crowd's into it, like
crowd's into it.
I love the crazy. It's such a crazy, wacky, like crazy business, man. It's just like.
Yeah, when I got involved with Superkick, I've learned so much. And with wrestlers like who are over and why are they over? Guys, and I'll go to other independent wrestling places to just watch wrestling. And sometimes somebody will come out and they just have it, and you don't know what it is. You don't even know if they're a heel or but they got something.
But everyone knows it's more fun to play a bad guy anyway. But
so the way I got into it was Chris Chambers, who runs Superkicked. He's like the man, gifted guy, like the Obi-Wan Kenobi or whoever you want to call it of wrestling to me, because this guy's been doing it since he was like 16, and he just knows every tiny nuance, and and when he talks, everybody listens, and he's seen it all, he's done it all. He's lived in Amsterdam for 3 months with some guy he didn't even know to just wrestle and survive, and maybe nobody.
He's been around a long time, hasn't he?
Like he did the real thing. I just kind of walked in like, hey. But anyways, I run into him on the street, and I said, I really love wrestling. I love that. If that's something I could do, it was like something I can get involved. I could do that. And be involved in wrestling. But Chris said, "Oh man, you should wrestle." And I was like, "What? I'm 51 years old. Like, get out of here." He was like, "Just come check it." So I go check it out.
You get the famous last name too, so.
Yeah, royal family.
Yeah, exactly. There's more than one good arrow.
I bet if you go way back, maybe there's a ship that.
There's the bloodline there. There we go.
Would you consider yourself like a quick study? Or you're gelling pretty good with these younger guys, like 20?
The thing is, I'm doing this and I'm learning, and for me it was fun. And then all of a sudden there's like, oh yeah, do a little. It just kept growing. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, he'll take my guitar and then they'll beat me up. Okay, but already, and you don't realize, okay, you were just in a spot. Yeah, you just did a spot. Like when the ref falls out of the ring, that's a spot. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
So then it grew to something like, I don't know how I ended up doing a match, guys. Like I kind of trained for a month. I was a very slow. But the funny thing was, because I'm on television, I'm kind of already over in that sense, which I feel really bad about, because there's people in my class that are just talented wrestlers, and all of a sudden I'm thrown in, and I'm nowhere near the level of these guys. It can be loose if your wrestlers are really experienced. I mean, these guys just show up and wrestle. I can't. It took me like. I had to really practice that my first match for weeks, like in my head. You know what I mean? Like, and real wrestlers don't do that. They'll just show up. They're that good. They're like, they're that good. Not to give away too much, but I'm old, man. I'm getting hurt. I'm not a real wrestler.
It's fun though, man. It's electric though, right? Like when you get in that ring, and it's a different feeling. Oh
my God, that's the other thing. Luckily, I'm old and I've done all kinds of different kinds of performing. Not so much in front of crowds. So that's why this was really neat to me, because I was like, okay, I can do this in front of people. But boy, man. When you're doing it, you're supposed to get boos here, and you want to get cheers here, and it's working. Then I step outside myself, and I look at all those wrestling documentaries, and I can go, oh, I get it. I get why it's so hard to leave it. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you something. After my first match, you come off of such a high, so much adrenaline, you don't even feel hurt like right after.
Yeah. Well, that's the steroids, right?
Yeah, that's
clearly Phil is on everything.
Phil's on growth hormone.
Adrenaline, right after a match, and you go home, and all of a sudden you're like at a sink full of dirty dishes, and it's quiet, and you're like, like the crack.
Then you start breaking some dishes. Fuck yeah. Look, if your guy at Super Kicks wants another Canadian talent, I was on a show called Canada's Worst Driver. I can go as Crash, and my move will be the Canadian Worst Pile Driver.
Oh yeah, no, we can dress you up like a crash test dummy.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah,
sounds perfect.
This might be an underdog story. This might be Lance's underdog story, and
That's a real underdog story.
We lost Donnie, but here he is.
Oh, reboot Donnie.
Donnie's
Reboot Donnie. Is this Donnie
How many
2.0?
people are here?
Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss?
Nothing, man. We're just,
Well, that's
talking
it,
about you.
folks. Thank you so much for joining us there. Until next time, keep the toy dream alive and keep your toys on the shelf. Peace. Thanks for joining us, Donnie. Bye now.
Yeah.
Cheers, Phil.
That would have been awesome.
We're just halfway in there, Donnie. We're just lubing them up now. That's no, you did miss some cool stuff about the rise and shine of PJ Phil. I'm trying to be professional, so I wrote down one question here. What does PJ stand for?
Program jockey.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's like DJ, but PJ, right?
Yeah, like disc jockey, program jockey.
You know, there was like the early ones, like
PJ Rock and Shan.
yeah, Jazzy Jan, and you know, and then you came in and like revolutionized the Canadian after school, like with the Zone, man. You were the Zone.
I don't know if it was revolutionary that I was there when it started.
Yeah,
you know? But I think what I did was I somehow lasted. You know what I mean?
Well, people you talk to anyone like our age, and they're like, holy shit, they're like, it's the Zone, man. PJ,
I could only watch cartoons and cool shit on Saturday mornings, maybe Sundays, but never during Jeopardy.
Yeah, me too. That was the first one, and it wasn't really even that great. It wasn't like, because if you went to the States, you'd see Cartoon Network and Nick, and you'd be like, oh, you know.
Did you get some notoriety in the U.S.? Did you somehow end up doing PJ work there?
I didn't, but if you remember Anti-Gravity Room.
Yes, I do.
That was in the States. It was a co-production between Sci-Fi Channel and YTV. So it actually aired on Sci-Fi Channel in the US.
Oh.
And on YTV. If you could find those old episodes, it's pretty awesome. Like,
there's one channel doing some pretty good work called Retro Ontario on YouTube, and they've been finding a lot of cool stuff.
That's my buddy.
Yeah. They do
That's
all
your buddy?
They do all the old commercials and stuff too.
His dad was, if you saw Junior J's, he was part of that. But anyways, that's his thing. He archives a lot of old. See, the thing is, people say films, but we erased a lot of videotapes.
Yeah,
which was too bad, because at the time you were like, no one's gonna want to see. Like it had a single life, like the news. You know, you would never air this. You know, but if you could find it, like any videos, like digitize them, because like they deteriorate just like film. And I think a lot of stuff was thrown out. Hilarious the Frightenstein. Like I think they're missing a million episodes of that just got lost. Like
I love that. I used to love that show.
Phil, besides that famous clip of you on the Zone with the reboot figure, and you opened the trunk, and I forget what you said, but it was sexual. What was it that you said? What was it?
I think I said something like, and then you could do them in the back.
This is Bob's car. You get a chance to win it. Is that cool or what? Actually, it's motorized. You put the batteries in there, and look. Boop! It's a TV screen. I could put a picture of teeth in there, and it'll be just like Snit.
Snit in the back of your car?
And then you could have the guy doing them right in the front.
What do you mean, doing me? That's not very nice.
I mean, I forgot. I could have the internet hook up in the front.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I meant to say. One God Sailor Moon!
Yeah.
And then I did a look like you could do them in the back.
What are some of the best bloopers you had, or behind the scenes, just funny moments that you've never really told?
I don't remember many. I said shit once.
It's tough because it's kids programming, right? Like you're dealing with.
I said shit.
Kids
once.
are watching you.
And what happened was, I think I was talking about stuff going on in Canada. Like there's a kids summer festival happening in Winnipeg. Sounds like a lot of cool shit will be happening there. And I don't know why. I said, like,
oh man!
This was after like 9 years of not slipping up. I don't know why, but I remember only one person called and complained. But I do remember I just kept going.
What did your boss say to you? Because you've got a boss at that point, right? Like somebody's running the ship.
I had this great boss. Her name was Melanie York, and she loved the talent. She was really nice to us.
Go like when cameras, like when you weren't live and it was off for a second commercial break, could you go back and take a shot or a swig, or no?
Not everyone drinks during the day, Donnie.
I was a good boy. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, yeah. It was either like Much Music or YTV, right? So,
Hey, Phil, how much money do you make a year?
Lately, not much.
No, wait, that was supposed to be Donnie's
tough questions.
That was supposed to be Donnie's question.
It was a lot back then.
Yeah, yo, can you lend me $20, Phil?
Yeah.
Take transfers, PayPal, and American Express.
I take Venmo, I take Cash App, I take Pen Pals.
Hey, Phil, did you ever meet Ed the Sock?
And a lot of it had to do with how to make money, you know.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Bullard, celebrity Mike Bullard, interviewed you.
What? Lance loves
20
Mike
years
Bullard.
ago. 25 years. Oh, I love Mike Bullard.
We're gonna put that. We're gonna wear that to wrestling shows, like Lance loves Mike Bullard signs.
How's he? How's he? The nice guy, or
like we didn't get along when I was at YTV.
Oh yeah, there's some.
I look
There's
back
some
at
interview with you that went wrong, wasn't there?
Yes, our next guest is the appropriate phrase, Elton. Our next guest has done everything he can do to make YTV a cool place for kids of all ages. When he's not playing his guitar, he's interviewing everyone from movie stars to comic book creators. Please welcome Phil Guerrero. Yes, Phil Guerrero, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you know, Phil, I don't like you very much.
we were already not getting along at that point. So I think CTV told him to I don't think he wanted me on. You know, it was funny. There was a whole pre-interview set of questions that they shared with me that he didn't ask any of them. He started talking about my car and it's
okay.
But
yeah.
It's dumb. It's a million years ago. But I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Okay, sweet. Now we're getting into the juice.
Yeah.
Sean Majumder, who worked at YTV at the time, was doing stand-up. And he said, hey, come check me. I'm going to do 6 minutes at this place. And we all went to support him, like myself, Paul, a bunch of us that were on air.
Yeah, he's doing Uh-Oh at the time and stuff, right? So.
I remember Paul.
We all went to go see Sean. And the MC that night was Mike Bullard. And he wasn't quite big yet. I'd seen his stuff, and you remember he would pick on people in the audience.
That's right. Yeah.
And I was like, oh please don't but starts talking to me. And at the time I was wearing vintage bowling shirts, and I think the bowling shirt said Dave or something, and I just didn't want to be involved, kind of thing. But he started talking to me. He's like, what's your name, sir? And I looked at my shirt. It said Dave. I said, Dave. And he was like, what do you do? And I said, I bowl. I was wearing a bowling shirt. But everybody knew who I was.
That's amazing.
Everybody in the room knew who I was, and he didn't know who I was.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone's laughing, and he felt like there was some joke that he wasn't in on. And I was trying to sabotage him. But I really wasn't. I just didn't want to be part of that. What do you do, sir? I'm a plumber. Oh, you plumber? I was just leave me alone, because you know what I mean. That's one of those dumb things. And then I remember years and years later, I ran into him at a charity golf tournament at Walter Gretzky's charity golf tournament. Thinking about it.
Now, Mike Bullard is like what happens when you get your David Letterman from Wish. Oh man,
that's a good one.
Is still around?
I just want to say, man, Phil, you're the best. We love you. You're a legend. You're the man.
We actually do. I can't think how many times I mentioned the GOAT leading up to this interview. So thank you so much for taking the time and treating us so nicely. It means a lot, because there's not a lot of guys that I would want to watch growing up, and you were one of them. So thank you.
Well, you were my guy.
Thanks, man.
All right. Thank you so much there, Phil. All
All right, boys.
Peace and love, Phil.
I'm going to hang up on you now.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.
That was so hard, like deleting Phil.
There we go. There we go, man. That's
Donnie
awesome.
too. Donnie too.
Yeah.
That was awesome. We got to cut it out for the night. This was fun. I want to thank everybody for coming into the chat.
Thanks a lot for having me on, Lance. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. Josh, thank you. It's always nice having you on the show. Thank you once again, Mark, for chiming in and being part of the conversation.
Thank you. Always fun, man. I love
Mark's gotta find a picture of Snit to put up as his like avatar.
That's
I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. Thank you
yeah,
so much for joining the Toy Time Machine. If you guys like cool toys, comics, collectibles, entertainment, and so much more, don't miss this show every week here on Outlaw Radio 97.7 FM. Until next time, keep the toy dream alive and keep your toys on the shelf. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's how you fucking do an outro.
That's called a fucking outro, yo.
Yeah, man. Roman Reigns can't even do that shit.
Yeah. It's called a promo. Learn how to do one.